The good old days have been cut from this video for various reasons. Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. Let me take you back and tell you the story of my Uncle Larry. My Uncle Larry, well, first off, let me say my Grandma Emma had two sets of fraternal twins. There was my Uncle Gary and my Uncle Larry. Then it was my dad, Dan, or Daniel, and my Uncle Denny, or my Uncle Dennis, if you will. My Uncle Larry, in September 1979, died in a tragic dune buggy accident. Uncle Larry had been working, or had gotten a job at the railroad, and he went out to celebrate that night, and he flipped his dune buggy over there, Headlines Corners. There, it's kind of foggy and whatnot, and he flipped his dune buggy and died in that tragic accident there at Headline Corners. Growing up, my cousin Joey, my Uncle Larry's full name was Larry Joseph Cornell. And then, of course, there was my cousin Larry Joseph Jr., which we called him Joey. Joey and Michelle had grown up not knowing their dad as much as they'd wanted to. Of course, Joey is not with us this day as well, or at this day anymore, neither. But nonetheless, they had grown up for the few short years that they had, not knowing their dad. And Joey and Michelle, in 1979, Joey was born on March the 12th of 1973. I, of course, March the 7th. Michelle, February the 11th. She was born February the 11th of 1970. So Michelle was about maybe 8, 9 years old at the time that her dad had passed away. Uncle Larry had passed away. And there was my cousin Lori. I think she was about maybe 1.5, 2. She was wee little. She wasn't she wasn't big at all, rather. But a few things stands out of Uncle Larry. A couple key things. The big old mixing bowls, huge freaking mixing bowls. I mean, huge. He would pour probably a half a gallon of milk in there, and about 3/4, if not all, the box of cereal into that mixing bowl, and he would eat it. He went to Burger King, and they had told him that if he ate since he ate 4 Whoppers, they gave him the 5th one free, and he ate that as well. Uncle Larry was a real big eater. He was a real big eater, and Uncle Larry had we'd sit down and watch Tom and Jerry, and Uncle Larry had told us, he said, "Come on, kids, let's sit down and watch Ralph and Gordy." Uncle Larry called Tom Ralph and Jerry Gordy. Classic Tom and Jerry cartoons. Every time I turn on the TV, and Cartoon Network rather has a little bit of Tom and Jerry on the weekends, I look at it and say, Ralph and Gordy's on. That's kind of a remembrance of what Uncle Larry had said. We'd sit down in front of the TV on a Saturday night, watch a little ringside WCW wrestling, or NWA, or whatever it was back then. We'd sit down and watch it. Uncle Denny's like, "Come on, Larry, come on, kids, time to sit down for a little ringside." So I got my seat. Get your seats now, ringside. Uncle Larry, there was just a few moments, or brief moments, that we had with him. Like I said, Joey and I was only 6, Joey and I was 6 years old, and Shell was about 9, I would say, and Lori was only like maybe 1.5, 2 years old. But this is definitely one of those moments where I could look back on it and remember these things about Uncle Larry. Just a few brief things about Uncle Larry. And you soak up the memories and the times that you have. Even if they are brief, you still soak up the times. I know Uncle Larry and Joey are reunited in heaven. And they're both up there together doing their thing. Doing the things that Uncle Larry did. They're probably sitting in front of the TV watching Ralph and Gordy, or doing whatever they're doing. But I miss Uncle Larry, and I miss Joey, as well as all the loved ones who had passed so far. This is definitely one of these moments where I look back and I remember the times of Uncle Larry, and I know that deep down, the times that we had with him are times that we will treasure for the rest of our lives. I'm going to take you out now with a tribute to Uncle Larry, who loved the Eagles. Uncle Larry was a big Eagles fan. And with that being said, here it comes. Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. I'll catch you next time.
Desperado.